gonna do this here, so I'm just not talking to you. Anyway, so yeah, this is how you can play World of Warcraft with a controller. You can use an Xbox 360 controller, wired or wireless. If you have a wireless receiver, you could use like a PlayStation 4 controller, a DualShock controller. You can use a Steam controller. Any pretty much controller would work, as long as you can connect it to your computer. Uh, it works pretty well. I think it works better for melee. Heard some other people say, like, in their opinion, it works better for range. For me, I feel it works better for melee. But it's not. It's pretty good. It's not that bad. It's I would say it's better for questing. It takes a while to get used to. You can't really use this, like, if you're gonna raid or PvP or whatever you're planning to do. I wouldn't recommend using this. It does have an option. You can lay out your hotkeys between all these, so you can switch between, buttons here, and you can actually, it has different key layouts for X, Y, and B. If I'm kind of using the Xbox controller, and it's not really that bad. You can even go through the menu and stuff like that. If you have a wireless receiver, like that, you definitely might want to do this because I find it more enjoyable to sit on my sofa and especially since I have my computer, being able to be hooked up to my TV at times and just play from my TV as opposed to be able to, as opposed to sitting at a chair and keyboard. So what you can do is that what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a couple of things. You're gonna need a program called WoW Mapper, and what that does is pretty much allows your computer to read your controller a little bit better. You don't need you don't need it's not necessary that you need it for you don't need to install it like in an exact location. It's not like it's directly connected to WoW. It's just meant for helping your controller your computer help out with your computer read the controller better. But yeah, you don't need it really to be installed in the WoW folder because it works for just general use of the controller and stuff like that across your PC. So you just download WoW Mapper here and you can just download and install it, and then it's just pretty easy installation once you have it downloaded. After that, you need two add-ons. Like one will be this one here. You need a console port, which is what makes it look like this, and it will actually ask you, like, detect your controller and have you set up whichever controller you're using, whether if you're using a PlayStation or a DualShock one or a Steam controller. It will run you through this whole entire setup process, and other than that, what you'll have is what you'll have instead is what you'll also have is or what you also need is it's called God, why am I forgetting the name of it? It's called it's a camera add-on, Dynamic Cam. And what Dynamic Cam does is it allows you to set like custom custom I'm just not bringing it up. It allows you to set custom like ranges with your camera and stuff like that. Because like let's say if you're sitting far away and your camera is going to zoom out a lot when you're moving around on World of Warcraft. So what this does is it makes it so it's always set to like a default range for certain situations and stuff. As well as it also does a lot of cool other stuff like when you're harping or teleporting, it puts you in scenery mode and makes it look a lot more interesting. So what you can do is you can set the max zoom value here and the min zoom value here for situations. Another thing you can do is you can go in here and same thing with the settings and stuff like that for situations. And another thing that you can do is you can do for like what you want your default to return back to. So like let's say if you're going behind a building or if you're mounting up and like if you're like in a set situation for example. And let's say if you scroll all the way out, which is you can do max cam and then like 3 or whatever, or wait. It's like, what is it? It says there. Take a look. Can't believe I forgot what it is. It's oh, zoom. So like zoom and then 3, and it'll pitch you 3. So like let's say if you're playing on TV and you're sitting further away, that will be a lot, better than having your your character all the way further away. So it's more like if you're playing a console game. And when you mount up, it's set to situations so you can have it zoom back out. You can also have it closer if you want to when you're mounting up. It doesn't have to be this far back. That's the whole entire point of max cam for certain situations. And then when you dismount, it'll zoom back in to whatever the value is that you have it set for your camera after it ends in certain situations. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's like really easy to set up. It's not that bad. And, you know, yeah, it makes it a lot more enjoyable to play. I think, like, if you're going to level a character or something like that, I would rather level a character on a controller than to level a character sitting down over the keyboard all day. It's more relaxing to sit up against the sofa and just do it that way. But it's this WoW mapper, the application that you would need, and it needs to be running in the background while you're using it. And then pretty much you can just go to Curse, and if you have Curse client, or just go to the Curse website and look for those two add-ons, which is Dynamic Cam and Dynamic Cam and Console Port. So see Dynamic Cam here, and then Console Port. You pretty much install them, and they're really easy to set up, and you're just good to go. That's about it. So